corruption and systems. And it's something that I've always kind of glimpsed only dimly from the edge of consciousness. And honestly, I've not heard other people talk about it in ways which are satisfying either. But that there is something fundamentally corrupt about systems that have lost their way, that is, have lost their mandate or their remit or their mission. So if they are unclear about their mission, then that's actually the beginnings of corruption. And then, there are some valuable and effective criticisms that have been developed by representatives of the Aam Aadmi Party and the anti-corruption movement and the ANNA movement about dysfunction and corruption and the nexus between dysfunction and corruption and in many cases the intentional preservation of dysfunction, as Mr. Bharti has just mentioned. But before that, there is the loss of mandate. Right? Why does the Directorate of Health and Family Welfare exist? Given that mandate, what should be its competencies? What should be its processes? If that has been lost, then there is no question but that all kinds of corruption will ensue.
I agree with Aditya what he said, because the day I took over, on the day one, I had called a meeting of the secretaries. Would you believe that none of the 4 departments, Art and Culture, Tourism, Administrative Reforms, Law, none of the 4 departments had a document called policy document. I said, then how do we go? How does this department work? What is there to do? What was being done in the department? They say, साहब वो जो मंत्री कहते हैं वो करते हैं. Whatever minister says, we do. So now it is your turn. You say. That's amazing. I mean, if there is a department, there has to be a mission, there has to be a achievable target, there has to be something, what was being done, and they want to teach a governance. I say, I mean, absolute pathetic. The day I came to know that these departments are being run without a policy document. Then I called up my personal secretary, I asked him that, how do we go about, what is this governance, so much of talk is going on that we don't know governance, what is this about? He said, sir, please give me the list of the people who need to be, favored. That's how it works. I said, this is amazing. My personal secretary is asking me that you should give me your list of family, friends, people need to be favored, who needs to be given what. That's how we will be fixing things here and there. I told him, because I need you, I need to understand that part of so-called governance. Otherwise, please be watchful of your words. And then he became excellent friend of mine. What I'm saying that this very, as he said, Aditya said that the fundament, there is no clarity. Clarity is not available. Why are you there? What have you come to do? There is no clarity. So unless a professionalism is brought in governance, that's why, we need people. We need ministers, we need members of parliament as professionals, as highly educated people who can talk about the change, and then only we can talk about, some sort of paradigm shift from this aspect, whatever you want to call it, to an aspect, to a model where citizens are the first, are the focus, are the fulcrum, are the ones who will orient this governance towards, the future of all of us.